Hello, everyone. Happy New Year and welcome to Mindfulness Meditation Monday. My name is Ellen Patrick and I will be your guide. Before we begin, I invite you to get yourself situated. Close the door to your room if that's possible. Turn off your phones, and I'm sure you know that is possible. And I always like to begin my meditation practice with the lighting of a candle. So I will light this for me and for you as well. May the lighting of this candle dispel the darkness of our minds and the minds of all beings. So hopefully you've chosen a comfortable seat for yourselves, whether it's a cushion on the floor, a couch. If you choose to lie down, you may do that as well. I just caution you not to fall asleep. If you do, that's okay, but then you miss out on all the juiciness of a meditation practice. So find a position that helps you to feel comfortable, but will support you in remaining alert. Hello, Maria. Good. That's it. Right, so today's practice is about breath awareness. And I thought since this is the beginning of a new year, it would be a good opportunity to start with the basics again, to remind us of why we do what we do. And in mindfulness meditation, as well as many other forms of meditation, the breath becomes central. The breath acts as an anchor. It's a focus for our awareness, and it keeps us in the present moment. All very important things when we're meditating. And we can gain all these things just from the breath. So today's practice will ground us a little bit deeper in an awareness of the breath. There are many aspects of an inhale and an exhale that we can focus on. But for today's practice, I want to give you a little anatomy lesson. So if you could close your eyes, please. And I invite you to visualize and become aware of your body. And in particular, your torso. So we have the chest cavity and the abdominal cavity. And in between is the major muscle of respiration, the diaphragm. And the diaphragm, and if you want to peek at the screen, you can do that. The diaphragm is a domed shaped muscle. And when we inhale, that muscle moves downwards. And when we exhale, that muscle moves upwards. And this is the muscle that initiates the breath. So when we inhale, it moves down. When we exhale, it moves up. And as a result, it gives us this directional flow of the breath, right? Inhale has a downward flow, as does the diaphragm. Exhale has an upward flow. So please bring your awareness to your breath now, and you can close your eyes once again. And let's first notice the inhale and the exhale. Just noticing that those parts of the breath exist. Inhale and exhale. Very good. And now, placing one hand, let's place the left hand on the heart center and the right hand on your belly. And notice the movement when you're inhaling and exhaling. And so when you inhale, there's an expansion as the lungs fill with breath. And as you exhale, a condensing as the lungs release breath. So first noticing that. And I'd like to invite you to a little bit more of a subtle awareness. Inhaling, the chest cavity expands, the belly expands. As you exhale, the belly pulls in and the chest sinks, right? So that's what's helping to create this directional flow. Inhale, chest, belly. Exhaling, belly, chest. Inhaling, chest, belly. Exhaling, belly, chest. Now at first this might feel a little cumbersome and for some very difficult. So my suggestion to you is to just bring awareness to a flow. Inhaling downward, exhaling upward. Inhaling chest, belly. Exhaling belly, chest. And if you feel that you're not doing it right or you're having difficulty connecting with these instructions, just make sure you're inhaling and exhaling smoothly. Don't think too much about it, but instead feel as if there's a natural flow happening. And as you're bringing an awareness to this flow, particularly the directional flow, there's no room for thoughts. Or maybe I should say there's less room for distractions. More of an opportunity to be anchored in the present moment. And that is the intention behind this breath awareness. To anchor yourself in the here and now. Try not to think too much about it, but more feel it. Feel it underneath your hands. Inhaling chest, belly. Exhaling belly, chest. Inhaling a downward flow. Exhaling an upward flow. Inhaling down. Exhaling up. And doing your best to stay focused on this flow will keep you present. Less vulnerable to the distractions outside of us, inside of us. And with a deep awareness of this breath, we are de-stressing the nervous system. The breath is the key to relaxation. And if you do find yourself distracted, this is a reminder to come back to your breath. Inhaling a downward flow, exhaling an upward flow. Inhaling down, exhaling up. Let your breath relax now. Let your mind relax. If you'd like to stay longer in your meditation, please do so. You're perfectly primed for it now. I thank you for joining me, and I look forward to our time together next week.